There's literally no series in the world that we enjoy more than Uncharted, so it felt a lot like all our dark prayers had been answered when we were recently invited to visit the Sony Pictures soundstage on which performance capture for Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception is taking place. There we caught up with the game's mega charming star Nolan North and discovered what keeps Uncharted a cut above the crowd.
Hey, this is Nolan North, Nathan Drake from Uncharted.
The game's action is performed by Nolan and the rest of the cast on this specially designed soundstage on the Sony Pictures lot. Technically, it's a lot like most other performance capture studios, with scores of motion-sensing cameras lining the walls, tracking the movement of tight-suited actors centre stage. But the Uncharted production is more ambitious than most. The actors' voices are recorded alongside the action, making for a more natural finished product, and the shoot typically lasts for over a year, giving the team room for reshoots, improvisations, and above all else, to get things right. We began by asking Nolan what's hardest to do in this setup, the emotional or physical scenes.
The physical stuff really kind of takes care of itself with the environment. Some of the things like the guys build the Jeep, getting in and out of that stuff, it just becomes kind of second nature. I think the emotional stuff and is just something that you, as an actor, you just tap into, whether it's on a motion capture stage or a television set or a film set, or if you're in a booth just doing the audio performance. I'd be lying if I said that this was a grueling job. This is what I love to do, and thanks to Amy and Henning and Naughty Dog and Sony. I mean, it's been like a life changer. I mean, this is just one of the best projects to work on. Not necessarily only because of the project, but because of the people that are involved. I mean, I work with a lot of great developers. I mean, seriously, great developers. There's some other games coming out this year that I'm really excited about. But, this is just different because the time commitment to this is so much different. I work on this for 12 to 14 months, from casting all the way till the game ships. So, I'm so much more involved with the Naughty Dog just because of that time commitment. Whereas, other games, you go in, they'll fly in sometimes, or they'll be here and, okay, we need you for 2 days, and you work 2 days on it. Not in a motion capture, at a 4-hour session in a booth. It's just different. But in terms of this set, what's harder, what's more difficult? I guess it depends on the scene and how it goes, but I think it's mostly, I'd say the physical things. You're getting, like they were talking about before, the logistics of having a scene with a lot of people and a lot of business. There have been scenes that you'll remember from these games where Drake lays out the plan and he's putting the pictures down and you're doing that, and you'll have touch points and things, but you're not really looking at a map. You're just looking at space, and you just have to find those. And that's where I was saying that Gordon Hunt's so great, because he finds those specific things for us to do. So you're not just doing crazy things, and because gamers are so sophisticated now, they're going to play going, what is he? That's not real. So we try to make it as absolutely real as possible and treat it just like it would be a film or a television set.
While Uncharted 3 gears up for its November release, an Uncharted movie is also in the Hollywood works, with fan reaction to the announcements of director-star team of David O. Russell and Mark Wahlberg decidedly mixed. What does Nolan make of it all?
From a film standpoint, David O. Russell's he's a fantastic writer-director, really is. He's an Academy Award nominee. I think you just allow somebody like that to do their vision. It's is it difficult? Is it strange? Yeah, but that's their vision, and that's the business of major motion pictures. You need big stars to star in your movie. You need big directors to get the financing. It's just the way it works. I think I'm very protective of what we do. If that ever infringed upon what we do, well, then I'm burning somebody's house down. But until then, I don't think. I think you let them go do their creative process, come up with something, and if people embrace it, great. But as long as it's, I think it's interesting if it were, if it's something so different from what we do, it may be, it will stand on its own, I guess, and it won't really impact us in any way. Fingers crossed.
Lastly, while we were chatting, Nolan let slip that he's been doing some additional work in this same studio for the upcoming Uncharted NGP game. We probed him for more information.
Not that savvy on how the technology works, but I know that from our point of view as an actor, we're doing the same thing. It's just the motion capture. A lot of the scenes are a little shorter because there's less megabytes and technology. But it's I have been privy to see some of the gameplay of it. It's unbelievable. The Sony Bend is just doing a phenomenal job. So it's great.
Those sparkling eyes are dangerous. Thanks to Nolan and all on the Uncharted team. We'll have more on the game ahead of its November release.
Cheers.